Eva, come here. We're going to tell some stories and I want you to be a part of it, please. Come on over to the stage. Come on over, friend. Hello, kids. Stand right up there on the stage, please. Come on over, friend. Come on over. Hello. Take a seat right there. Take a seat right here I'm going to sit right there. You sit right here. Come on over, friend. Hello. Nice to see you. Come on over. Come on over, everyone. Anybody else want to sit on the stage with me? Perfect. Okay. Now everybody turn around and look at me. I'm going to be telling a story. Or two. Come here, princess. Sit right there. Sit right there. Good job. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. My name is Don Victor and I am a storyteller. Yes. And do you know what storytellers do? What do? They read, but I don't have a book. So where do I get my stories? From my head. I get them from very old trees and very old stories. You want to help? Okay, I'll help you to help when I start my story. And we get them from the wind sometimes. But my favorite story comes from my abuelita or my grandmother. And I'm going to share one with you today. This is the story of the goat from the hills and the mountains. You want to be the goat? Okay, every time I say, put up the goat, you put up the goat, okay? Oh, Papa, I don't think she's very happy. You want to be the ant? Okay, you guys can share. When I say the ant, you put up the ant, okay? Just like that. Oh, it's okay. Papa, I think she's a little scared. Papa's right there, look. Now, this is the story of the goat from the hills and the mountains. Long ago, there was a woman who loved her garden, but she loved her daughter and her husband even more. And she tended to her garden with so much care that she rendered the sweetest tomatoes, the plumpest pumpkins, and the sweetest peas. Now, if you had a garden, what would you grow on your garden? What would you grow? Beautiful. How about you? What would you grow in your garden? A flower? Beautiful. How about you? Tomatoes. Wonderful. But one day, when the woman was making dinner, she asked her daughter to go get some vegetables for the stew. Are you going to go eat at Storytellers? I believe that is another theme park, but it's a very good restaurant. So, the little young woman went to the garden and she saw a goat. Hold up the goat. Hold it up. Like this. Hold it up. Yes, like that. And she said, what are you doing eating my mother's vegetables? Get out of here. And the goat looked at her and said, I am the goat from the hills and the mountains. And I eat children like you for dessert. Ah! That's what the little girl said. She ran away back home. She was so scared. And she said, Mama, the goat is eating the vegetables. And she said she would eat me too. And the mother said, I will take care of that goat. So she grabbed her escoba, her broom, and she ran to the vegetable garden. And she started swinging her escoba around. And the goat looked at her and said, oh, I'll get there. Just wait. He's excited. And the goat looked at the mother and said, I am the goat from the hills and the mountains, and I eat children and their mothers for dessert. The mother got worried and she ran off with her daughter back home. The husband, when they saw how distraught they were, he asked what had happened. And they said, the goat is eating our vegetables, and he said he would eat us too. Well, the father could not take this. And so he grabbed a stick from the woodpile and he ran to the garden. He started waving his stick around. But the goat, what did the goat, do you think, did? He looked at him and he just said, I am the goat from the hills and the mountains, and I eat young children, their mothers, and their fathers for dessert. Ah! And so the father ran off from the garden, and just as he did, a soldier was walking by the road, and he saw what was going on, and he said, I will help with the goat. He went to the garden, pulled out his sword, and said, "If you do not leave the garden, you will lose your life." But the goat just looked at him and said, "I am the goat from the hills and the mountains, and I eat children, their mothers, their fathers, and soldiers with swords for dessert." Ah! Well, everybody was so worried, but then came a little ant. That's right, an ant. And he said, "I will help you with this goat." And the soldier, who had his ego bruised by the goat, said,
How could you possibly get rid of the goat when none of us could get rid of it?
And the little ant said, "Well, I was going to do it for free, but since you were so rude, now I'm going to ask for payment." The mother said, "Well, what would you want? I can offer you 2 sacks full of grain." And the ant said, "No." Put up the ant, put up the ant. Ant, put it up. "No, 2 sacks full is too big." The woman said, "Well, would you want 1 sack full?" "No, 1 sack full is too big." "Well, what would you want?" the mother asked. And the ant just said, 2 grains of rice. 1 for my wife, 1 for myself, and 1 for my grandmother. The soldier, who was upset, just looked at him and said,
We'll see if you can follow through.
So the ant crawled into the garden without the goat paying any attention, climbed up the goat's leg, and he bit him in the leg, and the goat ran off. Aye, 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 aye. And as he was running up back to the hills and the mountains, he turned around and everybody heard him say, "You would have tasted terrible anyway." Ah! And so the mother and the father thanked the little ant, and the soldier ran off looking at the road because he was so bruised. "Oh, you have to, I'm reading, he's so cute." And the woman helped the ant take the 2 grains back to the anthill for his grandmother. This, children, is why we should never judge a book by its cover. The end. Wonderful. Now, I have one more story that I want to share. Teddy Ruxpin, I love you. It's so good. For this story, I'm going to give you all a little present, but we'll get to it just as we get to the story, okay? This story is called The Bird of 1,000 Colors. Once upon a time, or había una vez, as my grandmother used to say, there was a beautiful little bird who had the most beautiful feathers you've ever seen. Oh, thank you, my friend. Who had the most beautiful feathers you've ever seen. And every bird in the forest. Oh, you heard it? Okay, thank you very much. Every bird thought it had the most beautiful, beautiful colors. Some say they would grow green. Some say they would grow blue. But every time he danced under the sun, it would shine 1,000 different colors. One day, the birds decided that they would pick a new king. And so, the parrot said, this Sunday, under the mahogany tree, we will choose our king. And the Nandu said,
Let all who believe they are worthy come forth.
And the Quetzal said, yeah! Spread the news! We're picking a new king! And so all the birds flew out into the forest spreading the news. And who would hear them but the turkey?
Yes, I will be king of all the birds. I can hold my head high and stick my chest out. I will be the best choice to be king.
But as the days went by, his pride turned into worry.
Why don't I have pretty feathers like the young do? Such pretty feathers wasted on a clumsy bird. Or why don't I have such a long tail like the Quetzal? such a long tail for a bird half my size.
Just then, yes, this is a bird too. Just then, ooh, pretty. Just then, the turkey heard a little voice. You can borrow my feathers if you want. All I ask is that you bring them back on Monday. It was our little friend, the bird with the beautiful feathers. He was being so nice that he was willing to lend the turkey all his feathers so he could be king. And so he did. Now everyone grab a feather. Grab a feather, one feather. Grab a feather. You do. Grab a feather. Good job. Yes. Grab a feather. Grab a feather. You too. Grab a feather. Good job. We're being generous. Wonderful. You know what feathers are called in Spanish? Plumas. Plumas. That's okay. You can have two. There you go. It's the ostrich, el avestruz. It's the fastest too. Is the ant? Yes, you can hold them for now. There you go. You want the feather, princess? Have a feather. There you go. Wonderful. And so, that's broken. Grab another one. The biggest Mexican bird is going to be an águila real, the royal eagle. That's beautiful. Okay, wonderful. And so, the little bird shared his feathers with the turkey. And the turkey showed up to the meeting of the birds. And guess what? He was chosen king of the birds.
Just like I knew I would be. Ho, 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 ho.
Well, the next day, the little bird came out and asked, Please, Mr. King, can you give me back my feathers? I am very cold at night without them. But the turkey, who was now king, did not listen.
He said, why should I give them back when you wouldn't know what to do with them? Ha, 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 ha.
The little bird was very sad. And so he hid away in the forest inside a tree. One night, when he was scurrying out, so no one could see him to drink some water, the owl saw him. He could not wait to tell what he had seen to all the other birds. He said,
Who do you think I saw in the watering hole the other day? Who? Who?
Who? All the birds said, Who? And he told them the little bird, and he no longer had any of his feathers. Ah, this is an injustice, said the parrot.
This must be fixed,
Said the young dude. This is terrible! We gotta give him some feathers, said the quessa. And so, that night, all the birds of the forest gathered up, picked their most beautiful feather from their tails, and placed it in front of the tree. The next morning, when the little bird woke up, he found all the feathers, and he put them all back on his body. Once again, he reflected 1,001 colors: green, blue, turquoise, red, pink. Yes, hold your feathers up. Yellow, just like that. It was I love it too. It was the most beautiful sight they had ever seen. And the little bird was happy. So you see, even if someone is mean, they should still have a chance. And even if they spoil that chance, we will always have friends to make us feel better. Thank you very much, everyone. You were fantastic. No, keep the feathers. I'm not like the turkey. I will not keep my feathers. These are a gift from my bird friends of the forest. Now, go back to Fiesta Village, enjoy all the food, rides, and festivities, and pick up some stories of your own. And if you pick up a good one, come and share them, and I will tell them here to everyone else, okay? Thank you. Thank you very much. You want another feather?
Alright, let's go. You guys say thank you?
Thank you very much. You're welcome.